All right, everybody, welcome to the Stay Stout Show, y'all, where we talk about the mindset, recovery, and the stories of upcoming and established professionals slash athletes. And today I wanted to introduce someone who is an athlete by all measures. I've had the opportunity to coach him and get to know him in the classroom as well while teaching. He's a very hardworking young man who is bound for greatness. We know that. So clap it up for Tristan Reed. Okay. Say what's up to the people, man. Yeah.
Um, what's up? I'm Tristan. I'm going off to Miami, Ohio to play football this year.
Right.
Can't wait to produce and put on for the world.
So we talk a little bit, we can talk a little bit before we go backwards, we can talk about the present. So what position are you playing right now in Miami of Ohio?
I'm playing receiver, so I'll be up
Very
there as an ex outside type of guy, receiver.
And let's not. I know you all probably cannot tell by the camera angle, but the dude has some height on him. He what are you about 6'4", 6'5"?
Yeah, 6'5", almost 6'6" now. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, yeah. But how do you feel like that height helps you against DBs and safeties? Because the average height of a wideout, even at the D1 level, is probably only about 6 to 6'2". So how do you feel like you can
Yeah.
separate yourself with that?
I feel like it just matches up nice along with like all my other attributes and abilities that I have. I feel like it like just takes me to that next level and makes me the player I am because I already have the measurables and all the speed, the athletic ability that you need. I just think it takes me over the top. But it's a great advantage to have because anytime the ball's in there, I'm gonna go get it.
Yeah, it definitely does not hurt. But man, we want to just talk about going into your first year of not only football, but it's college too. I'm like, this is you're more than just an athlete. You know, you're a student and you're a human
Yeah.
being. So how does it feel moving on to the next stage, and how have the last few weeks at home been before leaving?
To be honest, this felt pretty surreal. Like to graduate now after all them years going to Wash High and be ready to move on to another chapter in my life. Doesn't feel real, but I mean it's coming fast. I am nervous, I will say. I mean, basically starting a whole new life. I'm moving off by myself, staying in a dorm, learning new studies, and gonna be playing football. So it's gonna be different not having my family around and friends to support me, but I know they'll be supporting from afar.
Yeah, they will, and that's the tough part about college because you don't want to separate yourself from your loved ones, but you almost have to separate a little bit just to kind of figure out like
Yeah,
who you are, like what you got going on.
yeah.
But yeah, just want to talk a little bit about Miami, of Ohio. It's a mid-level D1, very good school. The basketball team is incredible as well. And they actually just had a player, Jackson Kuwach, is that who it is, that was drafted in this
hmm
year's draft?
To the Panthers.
Yeah,
Yes,
that
sir.
is pretty cool. You got Big Ben coming out of there, even though this guy is a Ravens fan. Just want to let y'all know this is a Pittsburgh-based podcast for all intents and purposes. So, why are you a Ravens fan? I feel like I've heard this before, but I really just want to hear it again.
That's that's a good question. I mean, I get it a lot. I'm not gonna lie, I get it a lot.
Yeah.
But so I think it was like 2016, 2017. This was before Lamar got drafted. I'm watching the Ravens versus Bengals game, and it's like approaching halftime,
Mm-hmm.
and Joe Flacco threw a
Mm-hmm.
bomb to Kamar Aiken for a touchdown, like with
Sounds about
zero
right.
seconds left on the clock at halftime. And I just kind of was just like this team's really like hard. I like them.
Yeah.
And then to see Lamar get drafted the next year just kind of like just did it for me. It was just like my favorite team for sure because he's
Yeah.
just so hard. Lamar is just
I'll say, would you say that that's probably your biggest football influence, like who you would strive to be, or is there another player you might put in that category?
um so like I mean like high school I played quarterback. So like I definitely say high school wise I play quarterback. So definitely Lamar. I mean the ability he got is ridiculous. But who I like receiver wise, who I model my game off of, to be honest, like Calvin Johnson. I try and be like Calvin Johnson a little bit, maybe like a T. Higgins, just kind of fast, go get it if it's in the air type of guy, make plays, playmaker.
Yeah.
It's all around.
Calvin Johnson was a force, man. Double teaming Calvin Johnson, it
Mm.
was just like a single team. It did not matter. But
Yeah.
Getting to talk about that a little bit, man. So you mentioned Wash High. So talk about a little bit about growing up in Washington, PA, and more specifically, I know that you mainly went to Wash High for your schooling, but you also went to McGuffey some, and I just want to give some context.
Hmm.
These are two very different schools in the diversity spectrum. So how do you feel like growing up, maybe racially, culturally different schools? How do you feel like that shaped you into a more complete human being?
I feel like since like I've seen both sides, I kind of know how everything's played. Um, like at McGuffey, obviously, like I still have friends over there. Um, but it was definitely a different vibe over there than Wash High. I felt like a little excluded, maybe a little bit. Um, I mean, there's people over there that made me feel included, don't get me wrong, but as a whole standard, I felt a little excluded. Um, just
Yeah.
just wasn't for me. I mean, it was a great school, great people, but it just wasn't for me. And moving to Wash High, kind of like I already knew who was all over here. I went to Camp Challenge in fourth, third grade,
Okay.
second grade too. And I just started meeting people through there and from that go to Wash High, like Vince, Caden Cook, Vonnie Woods, whole bunch of people, and they're all my best friends still. So
Yep,
just
those are your
ever since then,
guys,
I feel
man.
like I, yeah, I've grown a part of the community and just been inherited into Washington, I guess.
Yeah, it's there's definitely a community aspect that I like that a lot of the other schools around the outside of Pittsburgh don't have. You
Hmm.
know, trust me, I feel you, man. I'm like being the only Asian kid at most of these schools. You definitely, I know the feeling of exclusion, but even when I'm teaching at Wash High, it doesn't really seem to matter what
Yeah.
race somebody is or social class or whatever you want to call it. Everyone seems to get along pretty well, which I always kind of respected. Okay, so what is Wash High football to them, man? I know that they have a long standing tradition of winning games and a culture. So did you kind of feel that once you got to high school, or did you have to become a regular rotation piece and a leader on the team to kind of feel that culture?
To be honest, like the second part, what you said for sure. I think I had to become a winner myself.
Mhm.
Um, because I definitely had some bumps. So freshman year, well, eighth grade year going into my freshman year, I got hurt. And then I got injured again for my ninth grade year. So I felt like I was just facing adversity at its finest. And I didn't really get the full experience of everything, get to showcase my talents freshman year. Definitely doubted a lot. Even my own teammates that year.
Mhm.
But sophomore year, I got my chance and I just stepped up. And I feel like ever since then, I felt that feeling of just being a leader, bonding with my like brothers, I would say, and just going out there and having fun, winning games.
Yeah, I'm like you have to overcome those obstacles. So what exactly were the injuries? Because although this channel is about sports, it's about injuries and recovery. And at
Yeah,
that age, that's a rough age to get hurt. That can really turn someone off, maybe to sports in general, or
yeah.
deplete their athleticism ceiling. So what were the injuries and how did you overcome them?
Um, to be honest, how I overcame them, just perseverance, staying steady, staying the course. But the injuries that I had, sixth grade, going into seventh grade year, I tore my MCL.
Yeah.
Uh, I also broke my wrist that year too. I didn't get injured for a while then, and then it came eighth grade year. Went up to dunk, and I mean I broke my no, no, what I break my tibia and my left leg.
You're good.
Um, but yeah, just kind of like me persevering over those injuries kind of helped me get through that, and yeah. Well, where were we at? I forgot. I completely forgot.
Ah, you're good. I was just asking what the injuries were. You described the injuries and then kind of how you overcame them. And then, so
Yeah.
what type of advice would you give to the injured athletes out there, man? Like, the high school
Uh,
kids that maybe still want to play at the next level.
To be honest, just don't give up. I was at a point in my life there after my freshman year, after breaking my leg for a second time, just wanted to give up, quit. Um, and just call it quits and just become an average guy. But I didn't I didn't give up. I ain't let that happen. I just stayed the course, like I said earlier, and trusted the process, believed in God, and put the work in to be where I'm at now. So,
Of course, man. Now you here, you got some new. Hey, look, let's show the people the new ink, man. What's up with the new ink? What's up with
all
that?
right. So I got like a little. I don't know if you can see it as well, but I got a tattoo right there,
Okay, okay.
matching with my mom. I got oh, shoot, I got these flowers on my arm. I don't know if you can see too much, but
Yeah,
yeah, they're my mom and two grandma's favorite flowers. And I just wanted to express for them how much I love them and something to have on me forever. So
that's good.
yeah,
It also helps that it completes the sleeve, you know.
yeah, that is true. Yeah,
But yeah, so outside of football, I'm like you're a hooper too, man. But did you ever
yeah.
consider basketball maybe halfway through high school at the next level, or was it always football all the way?
To be honest, I've always loved football more, but I've always had more fun playing basketball. I feel like basketball is just like more free than football. It's just less demanding a little bit in a sense. But I still like eighth grade. I definitely thought about basketball because I was pretty tall,
Mm-hmm.
but I mean, like, I am still tall, obviously, but I'm not NBA height, you know what I mean?
True, true.
So I just kind of, I always stuck with football just because I love it so much. Like, I don't know. It's just the feeling going out there under the lights and just balling. That's it.
Yeah, it's almost like you put on like a mask and a cape. You know what I mean? It's like they don't know who you are.
Yeah.
But
Get to
yeah,
express
that's
yourself.
man. I noticed. I'm not sure if it's just something that I'm seeing or if this really reality, but it seems like your athleticism took a pretty big jump junior to senior year. So was that just mindset and confidence, or were you legitimately working on the body to get yourself into a more explosive place?
To be honest, it was both. Like, I'm not a guy to go out there and say I'm the perfect man or anything, but I will say there's no one out here that is gonna beat me in anything I do. So it's just more so of a mentality thing. But the mentality also runs with working out. I gotta be the hardest working dude in the weight room. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't blessed as much, like maybe athletic ability, but not the size of muscle mass to have. I mean, I've always been skinny my entire life, so fast metabolism too. But
Yeah,
yeah, I just started putting that work in, doing the right things, eating healthy, eating protein, and my body started growing into itself naturally, and I just became an athlete, like even more athletic. So
yeah. I'll say how much you put on quite a bit of weight in between junior and senior years. So like, was it just
yeah,
food or the gym or like was it a little bit of like what were you
uh,
doing to? Because
it
a
was
lot of
both.
athletes, a lot of athletes are trying to do the same thing as you. So like, what's the deal with that?
It was really both, to be honest, but more heavy in the gym, to be honest, than the food. I mean, because like you also don't want to gain bad weight either. So it's like
Nope.
obviously eat, but make sure you're eating healthy and not overeating too much to where you're gaining bad weight. But yeah, I jumped from junior year to senior year, end of senior year. I'm right now at 192. Um,
Huh?
Junior year, I was at 165 playing football. So in a year, I gained almost 30 pounds from just putting that work in.
That's no height growth. That's straight expanding, huh?
Yeah.
Hey, that's what's up. Hey, he still can't guard me in the gym though. Whenever we're doing the
Here
gym
he go.
class.
Here he go.
Nah, I'm definitely always gonna talk my shit to you. No matter how
Nah, for sure.
no matter how high the sky gets, I'm gonna still talk my stuff. But yeah, no. So we want to not leave Washington in the past, but we want to look towards the future. So why
hmm
did you choose Miami of Ohio, and what did the recruitment process look like for you?
Um, so I'll start with why I chose Miami, Ohio. I chose it just because like it's just so nice up there. Like the campus is nice, the people are nice, the coaches are great, and it just feels like a family. Like as soon as I step foot in that building, like it just felt like we were all combined. It's just a whole bunch of brothers just chatting it up, having fun. Um, and Scoop was definitely a part of my decision. I played at OT7 with Scoop, knew Scoop for a long time.
Okay.
But yeah, it just he told me he was like, bro, slide, I'm finna commit this and that. I was like, for real? He was like, yeah. I was like, might as well. I mean, both Whitfield, Pittsburgh guys. It's
Yeah.
great to see both of us putting on for our towns, cities, and just balling out, being on the same team together. Damn. We
That's
just
good.
added our friend Roman Thompson. He goes to Central Catholic, but he's another Whitfield guy. He's real deal. But
Okay.
yeah,
And they're all
aside from
committed
that,
to they're all committed to Miami of
yeah,
Ohio. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
And aside from that, the recruiting process for me personally, it wasn't the greatest, to be honest. I didn't get an offer until in going into my senior year.
Yeah.
I've always felt like I've been overlooked a little bit, not as much coverage as mu like many other people, media. But that started popping my senior year because I started getting myself out there more. Like I
Mhm.
said, putting the work in, and it just paid off. Like I've always had the ability, the mindset, mentality to do what I needed to do, but I just had to go over the top and start really applying everything I had to make me who I am now. So it was definitely slow, but it picked up. I racked up 15 offers in total uh over the course of my my senior year, matter of fact.
Okay.
And yeah.
Do you think a lot of that happened to do? You said you did the OT7 um, that league in the summer. Do you think that helped you recruiting a lot? Kind of put you on the map, or were them offers going to come regardless, just based on your football season in high school?
Um I think it put me on the map a little bit. I I don't think it did much for me, to be honest, because uh like I didn't get an offer right after that, like right off the bat. I went to a camp and got offered there.
Yeah,
But
man,
yeah, I do think my football ability was gonna get me an offer. Like I said, it's just the mentality I have, like the drive to not want to stop and just keep pushing is just like I knew it was gonna happen to me just because like too dedicated, too determined for it not to. So
for sure. Yes. Well, you had the maybe perspective of going to a really small high school in a small
yeah.
conference, and like, what do you think these athletes at the 1A, 2A level need to do in order to get the same offers that 5A, 6A athletes are getting? Because it's a lot harder. The resources are less limited. Like, what do you think the secret juice is to get to that next level from a small area?
Um, to be honest, I think if you're a baller, they'll find you no matter what. But honestly, I do think that it is we're a little less privileged being like lesser schools, to be honest. Um, we don't have as much resources as other schools. Like some schools have training facilities, some schools have this, some schools have that, and just all lower schools just we don't got that. So I do think there's definitely more to it. But I just think if you're a small school player, you just got to ball out, put the work in, it's going to come to you. Make sure to get yourself out there too, because yeah, I mean, you can't stop advertising yourself to coaches and people and meeting new connections. So just keep advertising yourself the right way and branding yourself.
Yeah, it's tough. You gotta like how many emails did you think you sent out to coaches if you had to count? Probably a lot.
Um, well, yeah, no, well, so we use Twitter for football.
Okay.
Um, what was I gonna say? I probably sent out at least 100 messages. I'm not gonna lie. But that's just, I mean, it just is what it is. I mean, it's a business. You got to get it how you get it. So, a couple coaches reacted to my film. Actually, a good bit of them did. Um, it's just with me, I didn't play receiver in high school at all, other than my freshman year, and I didn't get to play because I was a freshman.
Yeah.
So, um, there was no really receiver film on me playing in pads. I only had 7-on-7 film, which people can say that, people can say this, but I mean, I had to do what I had to do for my team to make sure we were going to win and be a great team together and you know what I mean, enjoy our ride. So,
Exactly.
um, definitely, definitely just got to reach out to coaches. That's it.
That you heard the man. He said 100 coaches, not 20, not 30, not 40, 100 coaches. So Yeah, a lot of it is like getting an elite job. If you want that, if you want the best job for yourself, you got to make sacrifices. You got to sacrifice your time. So you heard it right here from the man. So young athletes out there, you got to tap in. But you made it to that next level. We talked a little bit about that. And what are the
Hmm
odds? Hometown team, kind of. You're playing Pitt in your first game. How do you feel about that, man? I'm like, that's
Um,
kind of crazy. You're like 25 minutes up the road. You probably went to the games growing up. How you feel?
to be honest, I'm ecstatic. I'm not gonna lie, because Pitt was a school that was recruiting me heavy. Like they were recruiting me like heavy, and it just kind of fell off. The connection, the bond just kind of fell off.
Mhm.
Um, but I mean, it is what it is. But I don't know. There's no like no love lost, no harsh feelings. But definitely feels good to come back to like the state, the city that I'm from, and just be able to play in that stadium. Like I never thought I'd be able to play in that stadium unless it was for a Whippeal championship game.
Yeah,
And to see that I'm doing that now, my first year in college is great to see, and just to grow off of that.
for sure, man. Yeah, even just well, your role, you're a freshman, man. So, and I know you haven't been
Hmm
up there for the summer training and all that yet, but do you kind of have an idea of what you think your role is going to be, or do you think that you're going to have to kind of go and earn your spot type of deal?
Um, I really don't have an idea on what my role's supposed to be. So our coach, he goes by if you know what you're doing and you're producing on the field, you're gonna play. So
Hmm.
I really just think it's a matter of me learning my plays and everything because I know my ability on the field is gonna speak for itself. I just gotta really learn my plays, get them down to a T to where I'm perfect on them and not, you know what I mean? So I'm first guy in line, but that's the goal. That's the goal, obviously. That's the goal for everyone. But I really don't have an idea on what my role could be. I do hopefully foresee myself playing this year a decent bit, hopefully. But yeah.
Hey, I can see it, man. I'm like, it'll. You just gotta manifest some things in life. It's just one of those
Yes,
things. You
sir.
just gotta make it happen. But there's a lot of elite, mid-level, sure, but I believe they are elite schools in the MAC conference. So, are there any other
hmm
schools that you would specifically kind of highlight? Like, I'm interested in playing against this team, or
Um, I'm interested in playing against Toledo.
okay,
Because so they were like probably the second heaviest school on me other than Miami. And yeah, I went there for a visit thinking I was gonna get the offer. And if I got the offer, I was thinking about like I was gonna weigh it in heavily. But so I went on the visit and I didn't get an offer. But I left. The coach told me to come back up for an official visit, which OVs are really for players that are like have the offer and committing. So he kind of offered me, but didn't offer me, but it was still an offer because he said I can come play for him if I wanted to, come to the OV, you know what I mean? Do all that nice stuff, enjoy the weekend down there. But I didn't because I stayed loyal to Miami.
hmm,
I committed by then, and I just think it's gonna be nice to play against them to see the coach and yeah.
yeah. You ever seen All American?
I used to watch it, but I ain't like I'm not too hip on that anymore.
Yeah, I was gonna say Spencer James. That's the main character at the school that he committed to originally, and then ended up not going. It's just kind of funny. You said Toledo, but
Yeah.
man, yeah. See, this is the beauty, Tristan, about editing is I can cut out like a blank portion if there's just some stuff
Yeah.
kind of. So how soon do you have to report up to Oxford? And man, what are some of the dorm room essentials? I know you got that list picked out. First year in college, what are you rocking with for the dorm, and when you got to go up?
So I go up in 6 days actually.
Okay,
June 25th. But just some essentials, like my essentials are like what I need. Cause like my essentials, I'd say I probably got like definitely the PlayStation.
okay,
Um, Probably like all my nice clothes. Whole bunch of lotion, whole bunch of cologne, deodorant, etc. All the hygiene stuff. That's a given. I shouldn't even have to say that. That's a given.
okay,
Um, but the P5, all my shoes. Um, and my electric scooter. Yeah, I need that too.
okay. Yeah. Do you know if you can rent scooters and bikes up there? Is Miami kind of like that area, or they're not as prevalent up there?
To be honest, I don't know. But I already have an electric scooter, so I'm gonna just take that up there and say it's cold outside or something, getting cold, not snowy but cold, and just ride that to class or something. Just
Hey, I bet you don't wear that helmet, do you?
didn't come with one.
Unsafe. Unsafe. Wow. Okay. Terrible influence for the younger generation. Doesn't wear a helmet. Remember that. Okay. Doesn't wear a helmet on a scooter. Wow. But anyways, we are at the crucial point in the podcast. This is going to be called speed round questions, mainly because I have not figured out a better
Oh,
name for
bro.
it. So I'm gonna run through these questions, and you just say like the first thing that comes to your mind. Okay, speed round questions. Think of it like a game. Okay, speed round question number one. What are 2 to 3 new music artists in the rotation that you rock before a game or maybe on the way to class?
Lil Spaz 9 and Risky 17.
Okay, yeah,
That's it. No, no, and Lil Jizz 59. Yep.
yeah.
That's it.
You said Lil
Yeah,
Spaz
that's a three.
99.
Starting three. He's
Spazatron.
hard.
But okay, that's question number one. Okay, question number two, man. If you're on a game, what are you playing? Like, what are you gonna be running, man?
Uh, 2K. 2K.
Okay,
2K for sure.
okay.
Might throw Madden
What's
in
that
there,
my
maybe
player look like?
Fortnite.
What does that my player look
Oh, all
like, man?
right. So I got five. I got five. I got a
Oh,
6'2" guard. I got a 6'2" guard that can shoot, combo dribble, and I mean I can finish a little bit. Like I'll get a contact dunk every here and there, but I can dunk. So
okay,
6'2" guard. He a 95. I got a 96 tall guard. He's 6'5". Combo dribble, finish and shoot. It's probably better than my 6'2", but it's a little slower.
okay,
I have a 6'7" lock. He's a 98, 99 perimeter D. I have a 99 6'9" big man. Just snag rebounds. That's like my pick and pop build.
I see.
And I also have a 7'4". I have a 7'4" big man. Stretch five, shoot, get blocks, play the paint, get rebounds. So
Hmm.
really, I have it all. So like, I have the 1 through the 5. Whatever you want, I got it.
Okay. Is that how you view yourself if you were to go to the NBA? 7'4", 7'4", stretch big.
No, if I went to the NBA, I'd see myself as probably that tall guard that can just shoot, dunk, do it all.
I see. I see. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man. I won't forget that one. You sent me an audio message one day, and you were talking about gym class, and you said I was hitting windmill dunks. Yeah, that's
Nah,
funny,
gym class is definitely the best runs.
yeah. Okay, question number four. I feel like I'm going off on a tangent. Okay, last question, man? Favorite brand of shoes currently, and favorite brand of clothing. Although we value more than these man-made possessions, clothing and shoes are cool. So, like, what's up with that?
So I got two favorite brands of shoes. Saucony's and Asics. I just like the
Okay,
runner look on shoes. I'm
yeah,
not too much of a like baller guy to where I want to get all these flashy shoes, like designer stuff. I just keep it cool with the Asics. Like I got and New Balances. New Balances are nice too. I like those. So those are probably
okay,
my three shoes that I wear like on a regular daily basis if I'm not throwing on some slides. But clothing wise. Definitely splurge a little bit. I don't know if I like brands. I like more just so the look of clothing. Like it could be a brand that no one knows of and have the hardest clothes. Like so
hmm
I just think it matters upon the look of the clothes than the brand name. I feel like you could throw on a hard fit with a random brand rather than spending what $500 on a shirt from
at
Louis
least,
V or something, or like, you know what I mean?
yeah,
So like I think clothes is it really just depends where you're buying from. I like going to like the outlets, looking up there like JD's if they have some graphic stuff, just graphic tees, graphic like jorts, all that type of stuff.
for sure. Yeah, that's part of what I like. That's come back into fashion is like the longer shorts, the jorts. Things I don't
Hmm.
understand. I don't understand like the spider hoodies and sweatsuits. They're very expensive, and I can't even tell if I'm buying them. If I'm buying them from a third party, how do I know even if they're real? Because the reps look just the same, man. It's crazy.
So that's my thing. I'm not gonna lie, like I'm at a point in my life to where like if I buy reps, like I don't care what no one got to say. So like I
Mhm.
don't think buying reps is a bad thing because I know a lot of people who buy reps and resell you know what I mean? I
Yeah.
just think like if you're gonna try to buy the real one, don't get scammed. So like go to an actual manufacturer like sold PGH at like the mall somewhere, um or even online like StockX, Goat, like one of those two. StockX might get you though sometimes. So I don't even know about StockX, but if you're gonna
I
buy the real one, I'd go off official website. So
heard him. Yeah. I don't trust Goat or StockX either. I used to, but then I swear I got a pair of fakes one time from
yeah,
Goat, and I was like, I'm done forever.
I
um,
got a pair of fakes from StockX, so
what were the fakes?
they were just dunks. It was crazy, dunks.
Hey man, people really try to do anything to get some money, but
Dunks.
on the dunks is crazy, bro. But you know that's beside the point. But another question that I have, man. Is so in the era of NIL, and you know, once you eventually start doing your thing up there, is the goal gonna be like hard cash, or are you gonna be trying to work in some endorsement things like, hey, I like this brand of clothes. I wonder if they will work with me, that type of thing.
Yeah. I want like a little bit of both, if I'm being honest. I think it's never bad to have money in your pocket, obviously. Like that's, you know what I mean? It's the
Hmm.
greatest feeling ever. But at the same time, long-term investing, like with an endorsement, is also great. It's just great thinking and it saves yourself a lot of money and then in the long run. Because you can sign a deal for a so and so amount of years and keep getting paid throughout them years,
Yeah.
even after football. You know what I mean? So like I think a little bit of both. But yeah.
Okay, I respect it. Well, along the lines kind of NIL. So this is my third question that I had forgotten to ask you, but if you eventually, you know, once you do your thing, you get to the league, say you get a little rookie deal, you get 3 4 million, what are the first three things that you want to buy and why?
So I'm giving my mom $100,000,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
my dad $100,000, and my
Yep.
grandma's $100,000.
Yep.
Um,
Then he's wiring me 100,000
that's
too.
first. That's
Yeah.
first. Yeah. That's first orders of business. But other than that, definitely, I just want to get started in life. Like, I don't want a crazy house. Obviously, at first, I'm cool with living like a small apartment, and
Yep.
I definitely want a nice car though. I do want a nice car. I ain't gonna lie, but
Of course.
I ain't gonna splurge. Probably just like a SRT or some like scat. I don't know, some nice.
Okay, I see.
Um, but yeah, those are the first two things I'm doing with my money, and then the third would probably be just yeah, the house, establishing myself.
Yep. It's strange though. Like I know you're gonna do well, but it's gonna be such a unique perspective because you're going from small town Washington to being, you know, let's be honest, man. I'm like I feel like a lot of people treat the athletes, especially at bigger schools, like a little different, you know. So
Yeah.
it's like how do you plan on keeping yourself grounded and humble when everyone around you may just be yes men or being like you're the best at this. Like no one's really like questioning you on a day to day basis outside of your teammates. So how are you gonna keep that like
Um,
that mindset?
to be honest, just know who I am, know my identity.
Hmm.
I'm a human at the end of the day. Uh, I'm no perfect man. I'm not better than any other person. You know what I mean? So just knowing who I am and staying grounded, staying humble, just wanting to go get it, being hungry, and
I
just knowing
respect
what
it.
I gotta do.
Yeah, man. Whenever you're hungry, you gotta go eat. You know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Mr. Tristan Reed, are there any other closing things you would like to say to the audience as we close out the show for today?
Um, just two things. Stay true to yourself. Don't don't ever let anybody who's doubting you, have critics on you or hating on you, get in the way of what you want to do with your life. Because I've dealt with a lot of that. And I just prevailed. Came through and just it helped me to be honest become a better man today.
Hmm.
Uh, and secondly, follow my man's JJ's podcast. He's starting it up, trying to do something positive for the people, for the community, and just become a better man and get himself out there. So follow my guy's podcast, and yeah, that's it.
Hey, you already know that. Hey, it was a pleasure to have you on, man. And I know that we talked earlier about needing to separate yourself, but from you know some from a hometown environment to go and kind of excel and do your thing. But don't be a stranger, man. Stay in touch. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You already know I will.
Yeah, I'll be tapped in with you for sure, man. I'm like the next few months is gonna be quite of a whirlwind for you. So, I just hope that you enjoy it to its fullest,
For sure.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
for sure. I will. I will.
everybody, watch out for the name Tristan Reed. You may not know it just yet, but I guarantee in a couple years it's gonna become much more household. So I believe that's all we got. I guess say bye to
Yes,
the
sir.
people.
Peace. Just
All
keep
right.
living.
Keep living, man. We're out of here. All right. Let's see what happens when I press
All
this.
righty.